Hello, this is Temporal, and this is Bruce Lee on this Bandai Hits, and this is the high-grade Universal Century Galbaldy-Beta. I believe it's from Zeta. It rhymes. Anyways, so this guy, um, I've built mostly in Japan and sometime in a bit here as well, and I didn't do too much to it, meaning I didn't really do any color correcting. I only really panel lined it and top coated it once I got back. Along with, I painted the eye because I had the Gundam marker for that. And I painted the little screw there's in the nice gunmetal. Same with the vents on the shoulders. And it is also panel lined in black for everything. The thing I did not do is I did not cut out the beam sabers since they don't store anywhere on the mobile suit. But there's a nice gimmick that I'll show later, and some uncolor correcting that I did not do since I didn't have paint and I did really want to paint it anyways. So we do have, beams here, beam sabers. But I'll talk more about those in the accessories along with where you put them. Anyways, so this guy is quite solid after I top coated them. The feet were they were a bit loose, for sure. But that has basically fixed itself there. This guy had very interesting build because there's like 4 A runners and it was like a fucking mess, but that's alright. And it is a polycap, but not so polycap build, which makes it feel pretty nice. Anyways, I guess we'll go on to the articulation. So let us begin. So head is on a double ball joint. And you get your barely full rotation before it gets stuck. Your arms can pull out and swing forward like that. Very nice. And also, maybe not swing backwards, but that's what you get there. They're also on ball joints. Arms can go about that high up, which is pretty impressive. And for this part, this one's weird because the rotation is down here. The rotation is down here. You get your double jointed bend and a ball jointed wrist. Torso is like 2 ball joints. It's fine. You get your full rotation, just like that. Front skirts are on ball joints and rotates about that far up. These ones are on those shitty polycap ones, and that's as far as they go. Kick is pretty good to the front, abysmal to the back, and actually pretty good for the sides. Get a double jointed bend, very nice. The connectors there that connect into the thighs, the bottom peg is a bit loose, so just keep that in mind, and the side skirts like to fall off. You got a nice teetering joint there, and your feet are on pegs and ball joints, but they like to fall out, so there's that. Anyways, let's go on to the accessories, and there we go. We have all the accessories here. So we have our nice clear yellow beams, which go with the beam sabers. That will be showcased last during the accessory part. We have the shield, which can fold down, and I did paint the yellow in there with, I have the paint right here, this paint right here, Gundam color, HGUC 3. Next we have the beam rifle, which is just like the Gelgoog beam rifle, but a bit different. I painted the sight there with the pink, and that's about it. It does come with 2 open hands and 1 trigger finger hand, and I just have the trigger finger hand on this guy right here, and there's the other half of that. So let's showcase the beam rifle first, since that's the only really weapon you have besides the beam sabers, which I have not cut out, as you can see earlier. So this just will, oh, there you go. That slides in right there, and it's very secure connection. And then this will just go into the hand at an angle, since there's a stock in the way. And there you go, we got the beam rifle attached. Next is the shield. So we're going to rotate this to the side, so we have the shield on the side. And there's nice detail in the bottom there. And this is on a ball joint, or not a ball joint, it's on a peg. So you can, rotate it and stuff. Or you can opt out and change the shield up with 2 ports. And, you can just, oh, come on. You can extend the shield to have it bigger, just like that. As for what the beam sabers would store in, if I cut them out, this lifts up, over, and there we go. We have beam sabers in the shoulders, except those are just little nub theirs, and that's supposed to be all in gray, but I did not cut it out since it wasn't really worth it, since I'm not going to display it like that. But there we go. That is basically it for this guy. It is quite good, except for all the nubs that I had to sand down, which you probably didn't see, except like maybe this one. See right there. It's pretty nub heavy. So if you don't sand this guy, you guys gonna look like shit for sure. Even after the top coating, it's still pretty bad. I used like so much sandpaper, but it came out quite good. Anyways, this will be basically it. And it's quite good if you sand it down, top coat it, remove all the sanding marks, and it's pretty shit if you just leave it as is out of the box. But articulation is quite good, especially in the arms there. And yeah, I'd recommend it if you're going to put the time and effort in it to get rid of all the sanding done. But it's quite good. Anyways, this has been Temporal with Bruce Lee on this Bandai kits, featuring the high-grade Universal Century Galbaldy-Beta, and as I said before, I quite like it. Very nice Gelgoog-Esc design, and the nubs are atrocious. Anyways, and again, goodbye.